Well, two people were arrested in connection to that deadly shooting, Colt Gray and his father, Colin Gray. Colt Gray is accused of carrying out the shooting. He's facing several charges, including murder. There's another hearing for him that's going to happen sometime in October. He's pleaded not guilty. His attorneys have requested a change of venue for his pending trial. Now, his father, Colin Gray, has also been charged with second-degree murder. Investigators say he provided his son with a gun that was allegedly used in that shooting. His trial was supposed to start September 8th, but it's been delayed and a new date hasn't yet been set.